Hey guys, how's it going? Lewis Harding Investor here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my investment portfolio update for September 2021. Let's get straight into it. So for anyone new around here, let's go through my portfolio details and target allocation. So I started recording my portfolio on the 1st of May 2020, so like a year and a half ago, just about. And this is when I started properly recording my investment holdings and, taking things a bit more seriously with my investing. And here we are today. So anyway, 1st of May 2020 was the launch date. My benchmark is the FTSE All World Index. This is probably one of the most commonly used world indexes. And then the base currency is British pounds, of course, I'm from the UK. And then the value of the portfolio is £12,874. Target allocation wise, I am looking to invest across different asset classes. So this portfolio makes up everything apart from property or real estate if you're from the US. So this includes individual stocks, the World Small Cap Index, the Emerging Markets Internet and Ecommerce Index, venture capital, Bitcoin, Ethereum and gold. Now let's have a look at my portfolio performance, and as you can see here, my Bitcoin holding and venture capital are the clear winners. Bitcoin has been on a bit of a mad run over the past month or so. Up and down, crazy volatile, it is what it is. I bought back in March 2020 during the COVID crash and I've held on since, and I'm reaping the rewards basically. So that is up quite a hefty amount. Venture capital up 47%, so that's doing pretty decent. Most of that is to do with my shares in Freetrade. And then my individual stocks, I'm up like 16%, so that's not too bad really. And then I've got my other indexes as well. Go on to the detailed part, and you can see I've had a bit of a clear out, which I will go into. Like I say, I do this portfolio update monthly because I know people are interested in my investments. However, I don't really care about my percentage in the short term. It's good for ego and all that, but it doesn't really mean anything in the long term because stocks and investments go up and down all the time. So it is what it is. It's nice to see things in the green, but it's just more of an ego boost more than anything. It doesn't really mean anything in the short term when the market is as crazy as it is right now. So my first update for September has to be my SIPP transfer from my old workplace pension straight into my Freetrade SIPP. So I basically transferred £1,500 from my old workplace pension straight into my portfolio. So a win-win for me really. This gives me extra capital to play with, invest how I want to, using my strategy. So I'm pretty happy with this, of course. A nice cash injection, and you'll see about 15% in cash. Most of this is in my SIPP. A little bit in my ISA, but most of it is in my SIPP. Ready to take advantage of opportunities of the market when it comes, based on my strategy. So update number 2 has to be my emerging markets allocation. So I am investing 20% of my funds into emerging markets. And previously, what I did in previous months, I had 3 different ETFs. So I had a China ETF, India ETF, and a general emerging markets ETF. So 3 different ETFs for one, sector of the market, emerging markets. But what I have done is I have simplified this, and I have put all of my emerging markets funds into one ETF, which tracks the EMQQ index. Essentially, this is an index which basically it tracks the emerging markets, internet and e-commerce companies. So you're talking Alibaba, Baidu, Tencent from China, then you're talking Reliance Industries from India, and then you've got Sea Limited, which is big in Southeast Asia, Mercado Libre, the list goes on. So I've basically switched up my strategy from emerging markets. Instead of having the full index, but just internet and e-commerce, if that makes sense. The main reason I've done this is because I've done some research and I've been listening to all sorts of podcasts, and some things have come up basically that a lot of these emerging markets ETFs have a lot of deadweight stocks in them, such as state-owned banks and oil companies, which are going absolutely nowhere, and these will drag the returns down over time. However, companies like Alibaba, etc., they are on the rise and they are probably going to do really well over the next decade. So this ETF hopefully gives me explosive growth for my portfolio. So that's one of the main reasons. I will put the link down in the description below for this ETF, exactly what it is, and the website as well, explaining it all. But the investment thesis around it is really interesting, and I think I will do a separate video on it because I'm very excited about this. You see, emerging markets is something I've always wanted to invest in, and I think I've now found the perfect vehicle for that. my 3 different ETFs I was very happy with. I'm very bullish on India and China, but I think this ETF just does things in a better way and streamlines the process. So I will show this to you in a video coming soon. So point number 3 for my portfolio update is I have had a bit of a clear up the stocks I own. So I have sold 3 companies: Empire State Realty Trust, Drax Group, and Madison Square Garden Sports. So essentially, when I bought these stocks, I don't think I've been thorough enough, and I think overall I've not been happy with the stocks. I haven't lost money on these picks I've sold overall when I've sold them. However, I think when I was doing the analysis for these companies, I was a bit too lenient with what I was looking for, and I've now got a proper strict criteria with what I'm looking for. And if the company doesn't hit it, I'm not going to be investing in them. I'm going to be very brutal, because at the end of the day, this cash is there to be getting some decent returns. And looking back at the fundamentals of these businesses, I don't think they're as good as I thought they were. It was like I was investing for the investing's sake, if that makes sense. So I've taken a real step back from my investments, my individual stocks, and been like, right, is this a really, really good business? And I've been evaluating them one by one again. So them 3 have gone, and then there's a couple more which I'm looking at. Unilever and Bank of America might be gone soon. Bank of America, I think it's a good business, but I don't think I thoroughly understand it and the risk of banks. So banks and insurance companies might be coming up my list completely. And then Unilever, like I said in one of my previous videos, I'm a bit unhappy with some of the fundamentals around the debt of the business, so we'll see what happens with that. But it's all a learning curve. I'm a beginner investor, hence the title of this video. I'm investing for the long term, but I'm still learning along the way, and that's the main thing. So yeah, let me know what you think about me making some changes. Be interested to see if you own any of the stocks in my portfolio as well. So there we have it. That's my investment portfolio update for September 2021. So yeah, I feel like I've been waffling a bit on this video, which I never really like to do. It does happen sometimes, as I do just do this, off the cuff. No scripts or anything. I have a few bullet points which I want to get through, but it is what it is. But yeah, make sure you check out some of my other stock analysis videos. I'm going to have a hell of a lot more of them coming out soon. What we got on the list: Intel, Boohoo, Shell. So they're the few on my list, and many more. I'm looking to analyse as many stocks as possible and add as much value as I can to you guys. So yeah, talk about adding value. Head over to my Patreon. If you want direct access to me, exclusive posts and videos, and also a private Discord community, head over there. For $5 a month, you get all of that. So if you don't know what you're missing, head over there now. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and a comment, as it really does help me out. And subscribe to Lewis Harding Invest for more investing content. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. As always, it would be amazing if you could like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. However, you can check out some of these videos